Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with another dental assisting video and I hope you guys like it and I hope you find it helpful. If you have any other video suggestions or just things that you want to see, make sure you leave them down below in the comments and please give this video a like. We are almost to 750 subscribers and I totally want to do another scrub giveaway. My two other winners from 250 and 500 have got their scrubs. They're so happy they got to pick whatever brand style they wanted and I shipped it. So make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the next giveaway and let's just get into it. So I actually went to two offices for my internships. One was for a month and the other one was for 6 weeks. The first office I went to was a private office and the other office was a more like corporate state, like regulated, sponsored type of offices. So they were completely different. I actually had an opportunity to work at both of them after I got out, but the private office that I did my internship at wasn't really the place for me. I've talked about that in other videos. No hard feelings. It just wasn't right for me. But the other office I did apply at, it's just that the waiting period to even get to go to orientation and get an interview was a long process because it's state regulated and kind of it seems everything with the government tends to move a little bit slower. And I pretty much wanted to have a guaranteed job when I graduated. So that's why I didn't end up at either one of those places, but honestly, I'm so happy that I didn't because I've honestly found my unicorn office and I'm so happy where I work at now and I'm so happy to be in the orthodontic field. But if you do love your office and you know that they're hiring or you know that they would possibly be willing to add on another employee, these 5 tips, I promise you, will be like your holy grail. If your doctor, office manager, other employees like see you doing these things and acting this way, I feel like they would recommend you to the doctor. I feel like patients would recommend you to the doctor. These are just 5 things that you definitely need to be doing if you want like your shoe in the door. And honestly, if the office that you're at isn't hiring and you still do these things, doctors have tons of doctor friends, okay? And they would probably definitely recommend you to another friend. And you know, it's not a guaranteed job, but that's the step in the right direction. Probably can get an interview. And if you have the recommendation of a doctor's friend, that's pretty much almost guaranteed, I would have to say. So tip number 1 is do the dirty work. Every dental office is different and some dental offices do have people that come and clean their office, but there are a lot of offices that the staff actually cleans the office. So by doing the dirty work, I mean, take out all the trash. Take out the trash in the doctor's office, take out the front desk's trash, take out the hygienist's trash, take out all the room's trash. You need to be hustling, getting all the trash at the end of the day and taking it out. Taking the trash out is not everybody's favorite thing to do, but it shows that you're willing to put in the work. Another thing when it comes to doing the dirty work, a lot of offices, the employees clean the bathrooms. You go clean the bathrooms. At the end of the day, if you're in there Lysoling, wiping everything down, Windexing the mirror, making sure everything's sanitized, making sure the toilet is clean, that just looks really good on your work ethic and that you're gonna work really hard if they were to hire you at the office. So even if you're not working in a certain room, help them flip rooms. Help the hygienist flip the rooms, especially if they have back-to-back patients. If you can get in there and get all of their trash, their tray, their instruments and everything like that and wipe down the room, so all they have to do is go grab the patient, they're gonna really appreciate that. Hygienists love assistants that can work together and work as a team and help the office just flow better. Okay, also help clean the lines. So your doctor does extractions. I mean, most offices run their lines at least once a day, but if you're in an office maybe that does a lot of extractions, they'll run it after each extraction. Some offices run it morning and night, some morning, lunch, and night. So if you get the opportunity, maybe come in a little bit early, run all the lines for everybody. So that way when they get there, that's just one less thing that they have to worry about because there's always something to do at work. There should be no like time when you're not doing something. If there is downtime, you should be cleaning, you should be running lines, changing traps, learn how to change traps. Anything that you can do to help that's dirty and kind of annoying to do, do it. Hustle, work hard, and I promise you will not go unnoticed. Okay, so my second tip is get to know your patients really well. So it's important to obviously get to know everyone and be kind and respectful, but especially get to know the patients that you know will be coming back before the end of your internship. So if they're coming back, say, for a crown delivery, or they're getting dentures, or they're getting partials, or they're coming back for another filling, Get to know them, ask them about what they're doing in the next couple weeks, if they're going on vacation, if their kids are getting married, if they're getting married, if their kids are about to go on summer break, so that when they come back, you can ask them, oh, how was your vacation? Oh, how was your daughter's wedding? Your doctor comes in and sees that you're talking to them and that you remembered them and you made them feel so happy and so welcome and made their experience better. And they may even compliment you to the doctor. Your doctor is gonna notice this, because if their patients are happy and wanna come back and keep getting more work done, that's more money in your doctor's pocket, more recommendations about your doctor. They're gonna love that and they're gonna notice that. So especially the patients that are coming back, it's so important and it'll be so helpful, because I swear the most important opinion to a doctor is being in clinicals. We were only required to be at our clinical site from 8 to 4. But my first clinical site only worked Monday through Thursday, so I was required to stay the whole day, which was 8 to 5, which was not an issue whatsoever. But if you want to make a really good impression, for example, because my office was only open Monday through Thursday, sometimes the doctor would work half days on Fridays. I was not required to be there, but I went anyway. Also, if the doctor came in early to fit someone in before 8 a.m. or decided to fit someone in after 5 p.m., I would come early and I would stay late. I was really trying to have a guaranteed job when I got out, and at my first office, no, it wasn't necessarily like where I felt like I fit in, but I still wanted to make the best impression possible. So if someone came in for an emergency patient in the morning, I was there. They called me. I didn't have to be there. It wasn't a part of my grade or to graduate, but it made a really good impression. At my second place, I was only required to stay from 8 to 4, but they were open till 5:30 after like all the cleaning and stuff like that. So staying till 5, showing them that you were there to work a full day, it just makes you look really hardworking, really responsible, like you really want to be a part of that company. So if you stayed, you got there at 7, they made us get there like 7:50, because that's just how like this like sort of like state mandated place was. So I would get there at 7:50, stay till 5, help people out, help the people that don't get off till later, flip rooms, clean rooms, like help with sterilization. It's basically like you going above and beyond what you have to do to graduate. And that looks really good. So coming in on a Friday when you don't have to be there to help the doctor that you're not getting paid by, to get patients in and out, help everybody out, it looks really good. And it's honestly like, if you really want to work at an office, then if it really is an office that you want to work at, then you should be happy to do it. Don't go in there and be like, oh, I just want this job, like whatever, I wish I didn't have to come and stay. Don't. Go in there with a good attitude, help out, learn as much as you possibly can. Even if there's some procedures that you can't do because you're a student, or certain things that you can't do, still go. So like the first week that I was there, we transitioned slowly into like doing certain procedures. So the first week I was there wasn't procedures that I was doing, but I still went in that Friday. I did all the sterilization so that they didn't have to worry about that. I ran lines. I just helped out around the office. It makes a huge impact, and it, like I've said, all of this stuff will not go unnoticed. Okay, so tip number 4, if you can, and if there's time, because I know there's not always time in a dental office, if you can be trained somewhat, just even little things by front desk, that makes you so much more valuable. Okay, like I said, maybe a patient cancels and there is some time. I mean, of course, there's absolutely always other things to do, but if you have the opportunity, try to learn how to schedule an appointment, answer some phone calls, learn how to scan, even shredding paper, helping them out that way. Try to become cross-trained in the front desk work and learn as much as you possibly can. It just makes you so much more valuable to have an assistant that can work up front and work in the back. So you want to work at this office, okay? This doctor has you for a month, 6 weeks, whatever. They're not paying you, and you learn as much as you possibly can. You learn, a handful of things at the front desk. This doctor is like, wow, I'm not even paying this girl, and she's learning all of how I do all my procedures. She's learning all of our sterilization. She's learning all of these things. She's learning how to work the front desk. It's like free training, and she's doing a good job. She's working hard, and now she knows some of the front desk when some of the assistants I have in the back don't. It makes you look so good. It makes you look so well-rounded and so well-versed in so many different things that you're taking the initiative to learn front desk and the back. If I was a doctor, I don't know why I wouldn't want an assistant that could work front and back. That just is so important because say the front desk person is sick, you were able to take that over. So if you have the time or the chance, ask the front desk people if you can be trained in certain things. It'll only benefit you in the long run. So my tip number 5 for you, this one is probably like the hardest one, especially coming straight out of school, because you've probably worked with a couple different doctors, whether it was just doctors that came in for school or you volunteered at. But this is the first office you're gonna be at for a while. You're gonna get in a routine and you're gonna start to notice habits. And picking up on your doctor's cues is like the day it happens, you just like feel it inside of you because they just like look at you and they're like, They're like, it's like you read their mind, or it's like you just like knew what they were gonna need before they even knew that they were gonna need it, okay? So doctors totally have like hand movements, they totally have facial expressions, they have like eyebrow raises, doctors do weird things, honestly. And once you work with them enough, you start to pick up on their emotions or like what they're gonna need or like what they're thinking about the procedure that they're doing. So like doctors that I work with would sometimes move their hands certain ways and you'd be like, okay, so what does this look like it's gonna be? What do you think that they're gonna need? So they don't even ask you for a certain instrument. But if you can think of an instrument that would work in that situation, or say that something wasn't planned and you know that they're probably gonna need something else and you have that ready for them, and they just sit there and look at it and they're like, oh, that's perfect. And they take it and they're like, that to them, if they don't have to think, it's crazy. I mean, I don't mean like think, but like if they don't have to think about which instrument they need, just about the procedure that they're doing, they're gonna be so grateful for that. And like, I remember when it would happen and the doctor would just be like, wow, great idea. And like, you just feel like little victories, So try to pick up on your doctor's cues as to what the next step is gonna be, or like what instrument they're gonna need next, or what you think a good instrument would be for that situation. It's always really good to be one step ahead of the game. And if your doctor sees that you're literally helping their procedure run smoother because you're on top of it, like that's so amazing to them because you're making their job easier. And at the end of the day, doctors may be not the nicest people and they may take their feelings and emotions out on you, but I mean, like their backs, their necks, their hands, like they're, and I know ergonomics is important, but like they're under a lot of stress dealing with patients and everything like that. So anything that you can do to make their job easier and make them have a job longer and be able to work longer and make more money makes you guys. So I hope this video was helpful. To all my girls and boys that are about to graduate or about to go into clinicals, these tips will help you, I promise, okay? I love you guys so much. If you have any questions, concerns, leave them down below. I love you guys. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to do a scrub giveaway soon at 750. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.